Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to work on the configuration of my June page for the hashtag Roxy's Journal of Stitchery project. So for June, it's all about like dyeing fabrics or painting them and hearts. So this is my finished dyed piece of fabric that I want to use on this month's page. So if you haven't seen it yet, I'll make sure I link below the video. It's a real short video, like 4 minutes, of how I dyed this. And it was actually pretty funny. But anyways, so what you didn't see in that video is that I did come back with the Mr. Huey spray. And I did put some on here. And then I went to the sink and I like washed a bunch of it out so it wasn't too bold, and then as it dried it got even lighter and lighter. But this, I don't know if you can tell, is a beautiful, very shabby pink. The whole thing is just a beautiful pink. It was very white. Let me just grab this so you can see that this is definitely not white, right? So this is white. This is how this started out. So there's a definite difference there. So this is definitely going onto this page. Well, what else did I pull out? I pulled out these. Now this is like a piece of a sweater. I don't know that it'll end up on the page. I do love it. It has silver going through it. I have this little ruffle. I have this piece of sari, and yeah, it has like this bright gold in it, and I'm like, it doesn't match at all, but I love it, so we'll see. I took out a little doily. I had a little piece of fabric with, when I had done some dyeing a few months ago. I forget exactly how I did this. Maybe I dyed lace and then put it on here to get the excess off of it. Maybe, I don't remember. So I have those things. This as well was dyed with that same combination of liquid. So you can see this is not white. It's definitely a very pale shade of pink. So I have that. I also did do this and this in that same combination of dye. You have to go check out the video. I don't want to go through the whole thing again, but yeah, so you can see. Now this started out as like an egg crew, but even comparing it to the original, it's very different. It does have, I can see pink throughout it. So, yep, so I have these that I also dyed. And this is a piece of fabric that I found here in this house. So I bought my grandparents' house 22 years ago. And there was like a little stashes of fabrics here and there and threads, nothing major, but this was one of the fabrics. It's probably a sheet, probably, but it's definitely old, well, older. It's older than 22 years old. I can tell you that. So I'm thinking that I would like to bring in that. It is not dyed in any way. This is a piece of lace that was once upon a time white. And a while back, I dyed it, tea-dyed it. So I figured I'd pull that out. I pulled out this, I got something in the mail and it had this around it. And well, this had blue in it. So I'm like, well, let me just put it with it. Don't know if I'll use it, but doesn't hurt to have it out. If I don't have it out, I'm never going to use it. So, and then I had just these little pieces of sari that I just had kind of in my little stash that I found, and like the colors are pretty perfect. So I figure, well, maybe I can pull those in. And then this is a piece of I'm not really sure what this is. It's like a heavy, it's like a canvas, or even, you know, like a mix between a canvas and muslin kind of thing. But I did tea dye this long ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my page, and we're going to actually use this as my block instead of my linen napkin. So if I go to my book here, so this is the May block, and this is the linen napkin that I normally use for the foundation of my pages. Well, for this month, I'm going to use this. So I'll just do a real quick down and dirty little measuring here, and we're going to tear this, and yep. So there, and right about there. And let's see, I think I'll tear this way first. Don't you love that sound? Gosh, I love that sound. Okay, so now I have my block, which of course is now full of strings. and it's not ironed, and I love it, and I'm using it just like it is. So, okay, so I know I want to pull some of this in. And maybe I'll start with some of this as well. But of course, this needs to be the focal point. And so maybe I'll pull in a little bit of this as well. I do have this. This is a piece of linen napkin that I had stamped hearts on. And I figure, well, if I need something contrasting, I can pull that in. But that's not like, it doesn't have to be. And then I had these things as well. The other things that I showed you will go on top of those. So let's see. I think the best way for me to do this is to just do some tearing, right? So I'm going to do some tearing, and we are going to, well, that tore easily. We're just going to start. Let's just start. So if that goes down there, it doesn't have to stay there, you know. And I love this piece. So maybe I'll do something like that, maybe. And can I get this on here at all? I don't know. I don't know if I need to save this. I don't know. Let's tear a piece of this. This is gorgeous. I love this. Well, I think I have to, I don't think I can tear that. So let me grab my scissors, and let's move this out of the way so I don't cut that. And let's just cut. So like maybe I'll want this flower right here, but I'm just gonna cut right up like that. And let's get rid of the big piece. And then maybe I'll leave it like that for now, because I can always cut it down smaller. So already I'm thinking this should probably go on the bottom, because I can cover some of that up. And that looks pretty. You know what? I have to decide. I know. So like what I should really do with this is I should have the page be landscape and not portrait, right? I should have it horizontal and not vertical, so that, because then I could get this whole section in. But I don't want to do that because I don't have any of my pages going in the, the other direction. So I think what I'll do, move that again, and I'm going to cut. I don't think I can tear sideways, can I? I don't want to ruin it. Let's see. No, it's not going to tear sideways. Okay, that's right. Let's just do some cutting. All right. So if I have that, which of course is not at all straight, but that's okay. Now I don't want like any of this seam, you know, stuff here. And I don't need to worry too much about the ends of these flowers because, well, I don't think they're going to end up on there. So I would, well, you know what? And as a matter of fact, like this group of flowers over here and this one here may not even end up on it. So maybe all that will end up on it is this. Maybe that's what I should focus on, right? And now that I see that, now I know that's what I want to do. So I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to go a little bit bigger than the heart. And then that will be our focal piece. Now I'm cutting. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to sew this down, so I want to cut it bigger than the heart. I don't know. I don't really have a plan for the sewing part of it yet. So what's interesting to me is, like, I put these videos out, well, every Wednesday, right? And, you know, doing one block a month has been really great. I have my timing down. I know exactly what I'm going to do. And now from July through the end of the year, it's going to be 2 blocks per week. I'm kind of stressing. I've even thought about, well, should I only do one? You know, I don't know. I'm going to roll with it and we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. So if that goes there and that goes there. All right, so let's see if I can pull some of this in. And what I could do actually, oh, I like that. I like that where that actually takes the whole top. So I'm going to cut this. And we'll get rid of that. And so if that's up there, because in my in my journal, I have a lot of eyelet trim that hangs over the edges, so that just kind of plays right into the theme of my journal. So if I do that, you know, I could play around with this all day, right? Gosh, I really want to get this in there. Let's see if I remove that. See, I really like this pink because it really looks good together, but I don't have to use it. So if I did, no, I kind of like that. Oh, that looks pretty there with the light background. All right, we'll figure this out. We will figure this out. Okay, I like that. This can come down a little bit more. So, oh, I like that. And so if this went somewhere in the middle, it almost looks like an ornament, doesn't it? Then I can pull in maybe a piece of this. Maybe something like that, and I could even put another piece up top somewhere. I mean, I have so much more to, like this. Could this end up on here anywhere? I don't think so because it's too white, right? It's too white. Okay. So that's good. I like the process of elimination. This is actually a really good color So maybe I could do, oh, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm not worried about this right here. I can cut that off. I'm looking at the colors. This is a little dark, this right here. Let's just do something. Let's give this a try. What if I had this up here instead? Let me pull this down. Instead of the dark. Yep. And I have silver and gold. Because there's silver running through this, and that's obviously gold. I kind of like that. And then I can bring in some lace up here. All right, so I don't know that I need that all the way across, but let's just start by giving this a trim. Let's straighten this up as best we can. And then I don't know that I need the whole piece up there, because I do like, I want to say more of like a patchwork type look to things. So I'm just going to fold this in half just to get a feel. So let's say this was this shape instead, right? Would I like that? Or even less? Or do I keep it to go across the whole thing? Oh my gosh. I really do like that, but I feel like then I need something on top of that. I don't know that I can put gold on silver, can I? I guess I can. I can do anything I want, right? Yes, I can. Ooh, that's pretty wild if you ask me. What about, well, this is white. I could dye this though. Oh, maybe that I think is the answer, is this piece right here. I still have the mixture of where I did this dyeing. I'm going to throw this into it, and by next week, next Wednesday, when I come back, that will be dyed, and I'll have everything pinned. I am going to pin down all of this down here because I like this. I'm happy with the bottom. I like the layers. And this I'm going to leave loose because I think I'm still going to play around with these few pieces. I like this piece under here. That's not going away. I just need to fool around with that and that. I'm going to add some lace on here. And then I do need some eyelet trim on the side because literally my whole journal is like that. So I can take this that I dyed and put it on the edge. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. I have a plan. So come back next week and yep. And you will see, we will start sewing because I'll have everything pinned down and we will start sewing. Yeah, I might need something else over here. That's what I'm thinking. I might need something there. So like I have these pieces and they're just scrap pieces, but it would be nice to bring that green up, right? So, and I have this. So I'll have to see. All right, we have a plan, kind of, sort of. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next Wednesday. And check out my Monday videos, which is Crafty Chit Chat and Slow Stitching. And don't forget, I'll put the link below of the short video where I dyed all of this. Okay, thanks everybody. Thanks Rachel. Thanks Sarah. Bye-bye.